All right, Shalom. All right, this is your brother's call Ya Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage, all right, goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. Okay, so I wanted to touch on this real quick. You know, saying I was listening to the elder Malcolm and the rest of the Akim. All right, the elders and the priests, the brothers out in Chicago, and you know, they didn't even get about 5 minutes in before, you know, the Spirit jumped on me. I listened to the whole video. All right, it's a minute and an hour and 6 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? I was seven minutes long. And you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much land backing off of that because he says he mentioned something that's very important. All right, very important going into the atmosphere that we see. Okay, and what is unfolding prophetically around us. Okay, the tension is increasing, it's intensifying, you know what I'm saying? All around Babylon the Great, all around America, man. It's intensifying. The people are getting tired, the people are getting the people are getting restless, the people are getting rebellious. You know what I'm saying? More and more as days go by. All right. Excuse me. So we're gonna listen to this video, and I got a couple of videos that I want to share with you to further expound on this point or further you know, explain what we're seeing here. All right. So let's listen in.
All right. So there's a video that's on the internet right now on Jimmy Dore's channel. And basically it's Jeff Bezos complaining about the that he knows, and he's complaining about his fear of the rebellion of the citizens of America, and the Edomites and Jake and the rest of the heathen. A lot of them are at that breaking point, and the elites know this. This is why, you know, the Kardashians and all these rich people have all these. What's his name? Post Malone. You know, someone can look that up. All these American elites who have these bunkers and things like that. And I even heard one guy say it. Things are gonna get so bad, all the security I hired is gonna turn on me. Yeah, I said it first. you because you know you done built up this bunker. Somebody get Isaiah 21:15, by the way. You done built up all these bunkers and stuff, and that Acme company, just like in the cartoons, built all these bunkers. They got all the receipts, the blueprint, the secret interest, and they know every damn thing. So when ain't shit left, we've told you there's gonna be two sets of guys out there. The guys who stack food to the rafters for 10, 15 years, and you know, and all matter of you know, things to help them get through that time, built theaters and swimming pools and all this stuff underground. And then you got the guys who have the blueprints, all right, who are heavily armed, who know exactly how to get in there and come and live off your shit. And he's true. Some of your the same people that you've hired to protect you are gonna be the same ones having their way with your wife and your daughter eating all your food. Okay? If you think that's not gonna happen. Somebody got that scripture?
This Isaiah 21:15.
You want 29:15? Deep beside his counsel.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so like this is Isaiah 29:15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, Who seeth us and who knoweth us?"
Yeah, because Jeff Bezos knows what he's doing. All right, and he's doing a lot of wrong. You know, I heard that there's 100% turnover at Amazon. In the same broadcast that I'm talking about, to show you how they don't care. They don't care if you leave. They know people are desperate and need jobs, and so it's 100% turnover. That's insane. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone that goes to work for Amazon, it's literally is a temporary thing. 100% turnover. Then they also told a story on there where someone died. All right, and what Amazon did, they died on the floor. What they did was they covered the person with boxes so it wouldn't affect the other workers. Damn. So the workers wouldn't see him because you know you got this dead motherfucker laying here. You're like, hey, wait, hey, John, what the fuck does you trying to work? And it's a dead dude. So they covered him up with boxes. Damn. So people just kept working because they didn't see him. And then you know what they did? Show you how cold-blooded they are. All right? And he talking about giving people a livable wage and all this shit. Look what he's doing to get wealthy. See, he knows that his wickedness is going to come back on him. But what they did, when this nigga died, they made sure they would clock him out.
Wow.
I know, right?
He clocked out.
He saw, right? They double-tapped his ass.
Clocked out.
He said,
That's crazy. All right, that's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I speak out of experience. You know what I'm saying? I speak out of experience because I worked at Amazon myself, and I know exactly how much of a slave labor type of environment that it is over there in Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I worked there for roughly a month, and that was enough to settle in my mind that I will never ever work there again in my life. All right, I worked there for only a month. All right, and within that month, I lost 40 pounds. Within a month, I lost 40 pounds. You see what I'm saying? It's hard enough for someone to lose 40 pounds in a quarter of a year, in a half a year. All right? It's hard enough for people to lose 40 pounds in like a year and a half. I lost 40 pounds in 1 month. You see what I'm saying? So I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what the elder means when he's going into this. All right? And these devils do not give a shit about your living, about your living expenses. They don't care about your health, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? And so what I wanted to get into was a couple videos that I had on deck. You know what I'm saying? You know, because these devils, man, these devils are right to be afraid. They're right to be afraid. They're right to fear. All right, to fear what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, the scriptures tell you that they're going to that the workers are going to come after them. Real quick, let me do this. Let's go to Job. All right. All right, this is Job chapter 20. All right, Job chapter 20 and verse 19. It says, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. All right, and people like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, all right, All these jokers out there that's got these billions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? They've made their money off of ill-gotten gains. You see what I'm saying? They're not feeling quietness in their belly, man. All right, again, verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look to his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that word for wicked is going into the laborers. In the Hebrew, it's the word imal. All right, imal, meaning laborer or worker. You see what I'm saying? So these workers are going to turn on Esau, man. They're going to turn on all these rich, wealthy, multi-billionaires, you know what I'm saying, who made their riches and their wealth on taking over the little guy, you know what I'm saying? All right. Take Walmart, for example. You know what I'm saying? Walmart. And Amazon. All right. During the lockdowns back in 2020, these jokers was making stupid money. All right? They were making stupid money because everybody had to shop online. Everybody was stuck in their homes. Everybody had to shop online, e-commerce. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the mom and pop shops, all right, the mom and pop stores, they was going out of business left and right, man. These jokers ended up making record profits. Record profits, man. So, you know, this is all going to come down on their heads, man. All right, again, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right. And so, let me show you these other videos that I got lined up. All right, bear with me. All right. All right, this one says, Figure AI originally aimed to prove that robots could complete an 8-hour shift during a live stream. Instead, they kept operating for over 200 hours without a single failure while sorting nearly 250,000 packages in the process. All right. So what we're seeing here are these wealthy elites. All right, these wealthy elites, they're celebrating. You know what I'm saying? These tech billionaires, man. All right, they're celebrating. Everybody's celebrating about the reality that you people are going to lose your jobs, man. Everyone's going to be out of the job. It's only a matter of time before all hell breaks loose. You know, all hell breaks loose and shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? All right, because they're taking away this the people's means of providing for themselves and their families. You see what I'm saying? And what's going to happen, man? All right. That's when people aren't going to have anything. And that's when people aren't going to have anything, and they're going to look to this universal basic income. Okay? So everyone is going to be stuck on this one fixed means of income, which will only come as Salakia, real quick. Yeah, Salakia for that. Um, but yeah, the only thing that's gonna be left is for people to opt into this universal basic income, all right, as Elon Musk likes to say, universal high income. You know what I'm saying? It's the exact same thing. All he did was just change the wording of it. You know what I'm saying? To make you think that you're gonna have this high stream of income, you know what I'm saying, and not have to do shit. All right? This is how sly and how crafty the devil is, man. You know what I'm saying? But all these jokers are celebrating their replacement. You know what I'm saying? So let me get this next video real quick. Bear with me.
Don't know me, but I am one of those 0.01 percenters that you hear about and read about, and I am by any reasonable definition a plutocrat. And tonight, what I would like to do is speak directly to other plutocrats, to my people, because it feels like it's time for us all to have a chat. Like most plutocrats, I too am a proud and unapologetic capitalist. I have founded, co-founded, or funded over 30 companies across a range of industries. I was the first non-family investor in Amazon.com. I co-founded a company called The Quantive that we sold to Microsoft for $6.4 billion. My friends and I, we own a bank. I tell you this, unbelievable, right? I tell you this to show that my life is like most plutocrats. I have a broad perspective on capitalism and business, and I've been rewarded obscenely for that with a life that most of y'all can't even imagine. Multiple homes, a yacht, my own plane, etc., etc., etc. But let's be honest, I am not the smartest person you've ever met. I am certainly not the hardest working. I was a mediocre student. I'm not technical at all. I can't write a word of code. Truly, my success is the consequence of spectacular luck, of birth, of circumstance, and of timing. But I am actually pretty good at a couple of things. One, I have an unusually high tolerance for risk. And the other is, I have a good sense, a good intuition about what will happen in the future. And I think that intuition about the future is the essence of good entrepreneurship. So what do I see in our future today, you ask? I see pitchforks, as in angry mobs with pitchforks. Because people like us plutocrats, because while people like us plutocrats are living beyond the dreams of avarice, the other 99% of our fellow citizens are falling farther and farther behind. In 1980, the top 1% of Americans shared about 8% of national wealth, while the bottom 50% of Americans shared 18%. 30 years later, today, the top 1% shares over 20% of national wealth, while the bottom 50% of Americans share 12 or 13. If the trend continues, the top 1% will share over 30% of national wealth in another 30 years, while the bottom 50% of Americans will share just 6. You see, the problem isn't that we have some inequality. Some inequality is necessary for a high-functioning capitalist democracy. The problem is that
All right. And if you remember, what Yahweh Shah had said, okay, he himself, he said that there will always be the poor amongst you. All right, there will always be the poor amongst you, even in the kingdom. All right, even in the kingdom, there are going to be those there's going to be a hierarchy. There's going to be those who do not have as much as others. You see what I'm saying? That's not the problem. You see what I'm saying? What is the problem? The problem is when you go to the book of Sirach chapter 39, all right, and you read where it says that these are the principal things of man's life, and it goes into the whole shebang. Let me get that real quick. Bear with me. All right, this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and verse 26. It says, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, excuse me, are water, fire, iron and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of grapes, and oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil. You see what I'm saying? When you no longer give these people as a functioning normal human right, all right, an inalienable right, if you keep that away from the people, what will you have? All right? Again, like Yahushua said, you will always have the poor among you. It's how you treat the poor. You see what I'm saying? This is why we, the Israelites, okay, within our laws, we have a system to how you treat the poor, how you treat the fatherless, you know what I'm saying? How you treat the widows. You see what I'm saying? You help them, okay? You're not supposed to when you take grapes and when you take all the fruits from the trees and from the vineyards, you don't take them all. You leave a little for those who are less fortunate. You see what I'm saying? That's how you have this balance. Okay? That's how you have this balance to where the poor, they don't go without the basic necessities of living. You know what I'm saying? In that position, even the poor back 2,000 years ago, all right, 3,000 years ago, the poor back then were living better than the poor today. You see what I'm saying? Because the basic necessities of living are restricted from the people. So let's go back. I'll claim that woman to be one of my lives as well. Hashem HaMashiach Yehoshua.